This morning, Dave Barry, the legendary humorist and Pulitzer Prize winner, is out with his first novel in 10 years, Swamp Story, published by Simon & Schuster, a part of Paramount Global. It is a rollicking look at fame, fortune, and Florida, but also a chance for Barry to wrestle with some of the pain in his past. To talk about all of it, we met Barry near his home in South Florida, where Miami meets the Everglades.
You ready?
No.
Dave Barry's done plenty of book tours, but never one on an airboat.
You know, more cities would use airboats. We could get rid of a lot of these cars that are causing so much environmental damage.
Yeah, because this doesn't burn any gas.
No.
And it's quiet. It's like an electric car.
You can't even, what?
The volume of this watercraft is matched only by the hidden gems that surround it.
Alligator, gator. Right there, there's a gator.
Oh, there she is. How did you see that?
I'm a journalist, Dave. I have eyes.
If they were to snag one of us, their first instinct is going to start to barrel roll, and you definitely want to stop them from doing that. First instinct you want to do is have somebody jump on the back to prevent her from rolling over.
So, okay, if she grabs you, I'll jump on her back.
You jump on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
We got the plan. We have a plan now.
We got your next story.
If Barry did turn a couple guys acting foolishly in Florida into a piece, it wouldn't be the first time. It was frequent fodder for him while working at the Miami Herald, where Barry wrote a syndicated column for 22 years that won him a Pulitzer Prize, while he authored dozens of books. Some of his works served as inspiration for the mid-90s sitcom Dave's World, starring Harry Anderson.
Yeah, I'm rereading Worst Class Trip Ever.
That's
so funny. That's so funny.
Barry's latest, Swamp Story, tells the tale of a ragtag group of Floridians searching for a lost treasure.
Jessie clawed at the soft dirt until she had uncovered a metal bar, roughly the same shape as a patio brick, but about half the size.
The gold you talk about in the book, there's long been rumors that something like this actually exists. Do you think it does?
I'm not telling you. I don't know. There is one pretty well-founded story about a Confederate Army payroll shipment of gold. They were being chased by the Yankees and they hid the gold somewhere in the Everglades. There are people who believe that. So why not?
For the most part, Swamp Story is classic Barry nonstop humor. But sunk inside is also a serious undercurrent, including an alcoholic ex-newsman.
The character you're talking about, Phil, is basically the closest to me. My point of view, he's an older guy, he's a newspaper guy. I just wanted there to be some like heart in the book, and that's Phil. He's got a real problem, and I just wanted to talk about how he has to wrestle with that.
There's a moment where his daughter confronts him.
Yeah, I don't usually get emotionally wrapped up when I'm writing. I'm just thinking about what the words are. But I was crying like a baby when I wrote that story, that part of the story, that scene. Long ago, when my dad was still drinking, my mom asked me to come and talk to him. And I was his son, I was in my 20s. He was my dad, I'd always worshipped. And it didn't go well. He was my dad, and he wasn't ready to deal with his drinking. So he sort of managed to just put me off. But I was very much thinking about that when I wrote that scene. That was a tough one to write.
Barry's father did recover, but his mother died by suicide. Examples of the pain and joy that have informed Barry's comedy.
I don't want to write serious things because it usually means something serious has happened. I'd rather be Mr. Joke Guy and not you worrying about what I'm feeling, but me making you laugh.
Nothing says laughter like getting up close and personal with hungry alligators.
This guy's teeth are a little tricky, and he's moving his head.
Because as if the boat ride didn't get us close enough, our team arranged a second encounter.
Whoa!
Okay.
I was told multiple times not to enter the pen.
Jeff is just not able to keep himself out. You know, Jeff, they can run 47 miles an hour, and he's got his mouth open.
Yeah, I know.
Brad, sick him.
Stop. Don't antagonize him. You're pushing him closer to me right now.
When in Florida, a man does these things.
Can I pet him? I promised you the most interesting stop on your book tour.
This is by far, yeah.
Barry calls his home state the Ellis Island for weird people.
Yes, we have a lot of weirdness in this state, but is it fair to judge 21 million people because of the actions of 19 million people? So.
Keep in mind, Dave Barry moved here 40 years ago and never looked back.
For all the crap that Florida gets, there are a lot of people who they don't want to be anywhere else.
Also, people keep moving here. I mean, I've never lived in a place that was criticized as the weirdest, stupidest place in the country, the whole country. We get that all the time. And yet, more people are moving here than any of the other states, and they're coming off from the states that keep criticizing us. So, go figure.
I guess.
And we're doing everything we can to keep them out. We're raising the sea levels, and it's not stopping them. Every other day I read a story you're gonna have jellyfish in your living room in 10
tomorrow,
years. Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They keep coming, buying the condos right on the water. So.
We talked about the serious parts in the story, but the book is so much fun.
It looks like.
I mean, it really is. So, Swamp Story.
Vintage Dave Barry.
It is vintage Dave
Awesome.
Barry.
Love
Yeah.
him. Good stuff, Jeff. Good stuff.
Yeah, really good piece.
Thank you.
And the adventure, too. Glad you have all your fingers and toes.
Yep. And
It does not surprise me at all that you went in there, by the way.